Good day. Welcome to Fasting Friday. It's Friday, May 15th, 2026, halfway through May. All right, let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. And let me adjust that just a little bit. There we go. Get down full center. In nomine Deum, Matronum Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Divine Family, and in Catholic contemplation humbly venerate the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. Let's take a moment and actually contemplate the gift of life. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one divine family, I believe that thou art here present. I venerate thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O most holy divine family, relying on thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Dea Matronam Nostrae. O most holy divine family, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the most holy divine family for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven and for the souls in purgatory. O most holy Trinity, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good. And let us beg of the most holy divine family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, Holy Mother of God, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy divine family, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. But most of all because they offend thee, O most holy divine family, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. In nomine Deum, Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Deum Obiscum et Quoque Apud Te. Oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum, omnium conditore et redemptor animabus famalorum famorumcatorum remissionum comptorum, tribue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper obteverunt pie supplicationibus consequentor. Qui tigum vivit reinat in una divina familia, qui erit est et edit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hanc immaculatum hostiam, quam ego indinius famulos tuus offerit tibi Deum meum et verum, pro innumerabilibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligencies meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed et pro omnibus fidelibus Catholicorum vivis atque defunctis, ut mihi et idis proficiat salutem. Deum qui humanae substantia dignitatem medibit condidis medibidus reformasti da nobis spiritus atque tuinem mysterium, eis divinitatis esse consortis qui minitatis nostrae, fieri notis is parteceps Deum Iesum Christum filium, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Afferimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum deprecantis clementiam ut spectu divina majestatis tuae. Pro nostra totius mundus salute, cum odore suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu meditatis et in animo contrito suscipiamur te Deum Iesum Christum, et fiat sacrificium nostrum in conspectu tu hodie, uplacia tibi Deum matronam nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite blata pro secundo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas concobulationum cum tibi afferimus an honorem passionis, resurrectionis et discensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Deum matronam nostra et papapete sanctorum, et historum et omnem sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere, dignentur in caelis, quorum amore magimus teris peri nucus in Deum nostrum. Orate ut meam aquestrum sacrificium acceptabile fide per Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudam et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostrum totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum obiscum, et quoque apute, solus corda, habamus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Tege tu clementissimi Mater et Pater et Deum Matronum nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrae, supplices rogamus ad petimus, uti accepta habeas et sanctificas, haec sanctam sacrificiam irripata, in primis quae tibi afferimus pro ecclesiam tuam sanctam catholicam, quam pecificari custodiri ad honore et regere, digneris toto orbiterarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum famalorum famorumcatorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Paul, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Katie, Kathy, Maria Josephina Mose, Marilyn, Mark Jr., Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, Benedict, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, the Williams, Tafur, and Began families, the Stevenson family, Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dosco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Pahalski families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for an end to all organ harvesting, and we pray that courageous men step forward and stop these horrible things. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor with human value and a solid medium of exchange with no usury and no negotiable instruments. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society. to understand that they have been deceived, and to learn anew what is right in the Catholic sense. We ask and pray for the gift of discernment and for an increase in the knowledge and practice of the Catholic virtues. We ask that all quote-unquote gay marriage, all pornography, and the OnlyFans platform be stopped immediately. We ask for a return to godly femininity and a reversal of the feminist ideology. We ask that men and women cease working for Freemasons and corporations, and that they come to understand that raising traditional Catholic families is a very high ideal and a way to get back to a Catholic world. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We ask you to save or transfer the souls from under the dominion of any Jew or Freemason that gives support to Israel. We ask you to remove all forms of Freemasonry, Judaism, Islamism, Hinduism, Taoism, Buddhism, and all its tentacles that are throughout the world, and guide the members into the submission of the Trinitarian Theophany through correct baptism and confession. We ask that you destroy the satanic document of Vatican law that is the Jewish Talmud. We ask you to be aware, and we ask that people become aware of the lies and deceit of disease used as a weapon for control. God has designed the body magnificently with all its healing capabilities. Please nullify any attempts to establish anti-Semitism propaganda into any rules, codes, laws, statutes, or policies. We ask the Most Holy Trinity that all Catholics be given the grace to be accountable, so that we may each have a holy hatred for sensuality, as St. Catherine of Siena encouraged, a repentant shame for the offenses we have committed and continue to commit against thee, and a deep love of thee and of souls, so much that we desire nothing more than to be of service to thee in every moment of our lives. All this we ask in accordance with the Most Holy Divine Family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi ferimus veruque tibi fructox sacrificium laudis, pro se suis omnibus, pro redemptione anomarum suarum, pro spe salutis et calamitatis suae, tibi credunt volta sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero, communicantes et mamonem onorantes in primis gloriosae, semper Deum matram nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium torum, Pape Sancte Petri, et Sancti Luci, et Sancti Jacinti, Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum editis precibusque cancedas, ut in omnibus protectiones tuae monem exidio periendum Christum nostrum, quam oblatione de Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus, consecratum ac captabulum efficete digneris ut nobis corpum, et sanguim fiat didictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pastoretur recepit panem sanctus ac audis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in calamata Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum sum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit fregit didique lunis sui dicens accipite et mandocate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simili modo postquam ceremonias decipienser hunc preclarum calicem in sanctus aquarablis manus suas item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecrave didique lunis sui dicens accipite et vivite ex omnes. hic est enim calec sanguinis mei mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis affondetur in remissionem peccatorum. Aequo descum peceritis meo peceritis. Unde et memores Deum nos servituis, sed et plebs tua sancto Iustum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrae, tam beate passiones nec non et in feris resurrectionis, sed et in caelos gloriosa ascensionis oferimus, proclarama stati tui de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio auxere novutur respiциeri digneris. Subliges telegamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum iebe hec peperibam manus tuum, ut. Exocataris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium Tuum, corpus et sanguinem sincerimus, omni sanctificatione caelestia gratia Dei per amor per Deum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Frank Cogan, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis te emet omnibum, in Christum quiscentibum, locum refugere ducis et pacis, ut in dora gesta prac amor per Deum Christum Deum nostrum, per cum hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivibicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso. Est ibi Deum Matrum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, matronam nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in muliere Dea matronam nostrae, materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quae sumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum et omnibus malis praetaritis, praesentibus et futuris et interregedente. Beate gloriosa semper Deum Matronam nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris, ut ope misericordiae tuae aduiti et peccato, simus semper liberi et omni perturbationis seculi. Per eundem Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrum, qui tegem vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque pote. Haecum extio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat ecipentibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque pote. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, quoperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacrosanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis, et universis malis et fac me tui semper in harare mandatis, et atinum quam separari permittas, qui cum eodem Deum matronam nostrae et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis serenam aeternam, per ceptio copristu Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego in inius sumere praesimon non mihi proveniat in idicium coronationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutumentum mentis copris, et ad me delam percipiendam qui vivis et reinas, cum Deum matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panum celestum recipiem, et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Dea matronum nostra non sunt dignis, ut intercedete meis in tante de verbis sopranuma mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignis, ut intercedete meis in tante de verbis sopranuma mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante de verbis sopranuma mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Quaedro tubum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus quare tubuit mihi, caricem salutaris accipiem in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum immocabo, laudans immocabo Deum matronam nostrae et ab inimicis mei salvus ero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Coloris sumpsimus Deum Iesum Christum, piedamente capiamis et immunite parafiet nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum cusum sanguis quam putavia heriat visceribus meis apraesta, ut in me non remaniat scela la macula quem pirat sancta reficienut sacramenta. Deum obiscum, quae pute. Oremus. Animabus quesumus Deum Iesum Christum, famalorum cetorum, oratio proficiat supplicantium, Ut esse peccatis omnibus exuas et tua redemptionis facies esse paraticepes. Qui tigum veta reinat in una divina familia qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum ubiscum, quoque pote, ite mise est, Deum gratia. Gloria tibi, Sancta Trinitum, obsequium suffitutis meae et praesta ut sacrificium cor oculis, tuae maestatis in unus auctoritis et carta premique et omnibus, pro quibus irut auctoris et miserante propitiae per Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. O most holy divine family, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Dea matronam nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Dei matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for attending and for your prayers. Remember, it's Fasting Friday. Please offer up your sacrifice today for a good cause. And one might be for the release or the relief from deception, all right, so that we can be aware of what's true and what's not and how we're being deceived by certain things in the world. All right, please go and sanctify all those who meet. We pray for those who are traveling today, especially my wife. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.